Should I get a piercing? Can I come and get a piercing in the next like 20 minutes? Not gonna lie, it feels so weird to be sitting here right now. Like, what? Hey everyone, it's me, Cynthia, and welcome back to Inspiroue. If you're new here, hi, welcome to my channel. Today we are finally doing the most awaited video of like the past year, which is another piercing update. And I know that it's taken so long. I actually filmed one of these when I was back in my old place. You pop in today to talk to you guys about my piercings, but I never got around to editing it or uploading it. So I thought, why not do an updated present day video. Today we're talking about my piercings. I already have a couple of videos of my piercings on this channel. I've taken you through basically my entire ear journey because I never thought I'd be into piercings. It kind of started when I wanted tattoos and I was like, I cannot commit to this right now, but I can commit to a piercing. So then I was like, I just want some dainty minimal jewelry. Oh, also I got new hair. Yeah. So I have 7 piercings. I have my lobes, my Anti-Tragus, my tragus, and my Helix on this side. And then on here I have my lobe, my conch, and my rook. So today the focus is going to be mostly on my Anti-Tragus. That's the one that is probably my most bumpy relationship in terms of piercings, and it's the one that takes the longest to heal out of like any piercing that you can get basically. My rook and my conch have been fully healed for a really long time now. I talk about that in my last piercing update, which I will leave here. When was the last time I spoke with you guys? I guess the last time was when I got this ear done. So I get each side done at different times, and I get a lot done at once because I'm an Aries. And if you can't sleep on one side of your ear, might as well go all out at once, because then I don't know, that's my logic. But yeah, last time we spoke, I got my tragus, Anti-Tragus, and Helix done, and it was an update on that. So I guess this is another update. From what I remember, they were all doing pretty like badly, like very crusty and very swollen. The Helix I changed into a hoop, and that has done a lot better. I got it pierced initially with a stud, that's what they recommend, but from my experience, it's so much easier for it to heal when it is a hoop. And what I found with the stud is that it just created like the big bump in my ear because it always got tugged in my hair. So the reason the hoop is better is because the hoop is just more like slidey. You can see now, I'll do close-ups later, that it's so much better. Once I switched it into a hoop, it was like breezy, like so good and easy. If you are getting a Helix, I would recommend trying to switch to a hoop as quick as possible. I think piercers usually like to do a stud first, just for like I don't know why actually, but they usually do a stud first, and then, or a bar I mean, and then they let you swap into a hoop probably like 2 or 3 months in, depending on how it heals. And that's kind of the journey that I had with that. I go to Exotix in Toronto, and I usually get pierced by Six, who is the owner. So I'll leave that detail and information below too. If you guys do go, I would love it if you're like, yeah, like I watched a YouTube video of this girl named Cynthia, and that's why I'm here. I don't get like paid or sponsored by them, but like it could be cool to do it eventually. Anyway, the next piercing would be my tragus, which is like the one inside my ear. I still cannot wear ear pods or earbuds in this ear because the bar is still too long. I haven't gotten it shorter. I probably should go in and get it shorter, but I'm just so used to it now, and I'm kind of lazy to be honest. So that's doing really well. I think it's fully healed. It doesn't ever give me any problems. I still have the diamond in it as well. And the last one is my Anti-Tragus, which is the devil of piercings. My like plan in the long run is to get it switched into a hoop. That's why I wanted to get it pierced, and that was always my vision for that piercing. But you have to get it done with the curved barbell for the first year to 2 years, depending on how long it takes to heal, just because that is like the best shape for it to heal properly. I saw them a month or 2 after I posted my last piercing update, and you could see that it was like very agitated and very crusty, and there was a big bump because it kept pushing against my skin, and that's why it created that like bump of like skin. So they said that I should change it into a flat disc on the one side so it wouldn't be a ball, because that's what was agitating and pushing against my skin. So that's what happened when I went in for the checkup. I saw him 2 weeks ago and he was like, oh, like it's healing really good. It's still like agitated sometimes and there's still a little bit of like a small bump. But that's normal. Like it's never been infected. None of my piercings have ever been infected. But yeah, he was like, yeah, like I wish we switched to a shorter bar in the process because it's healed thicker than we wanted to. Like we have the option to switch it to a hoop in like a few weeks, but it wouldn't be the size that I want. Because it's still healing, we'd have to gradually go from a bigger hoop to a smaller hoop so it heals tighter, if that makes sense. So little like few obstacles along the way, but it is doing well. But the main learning for me is when you get it done, depending on your ear anatomy, everybody heals differently, but my experience is I should have switched from the two-ended, like the balls at the end of the curved bar to use a disc on one side really early on, but we didn't know, right? We were just testing it out, but that would have made the healing process a lot faster than it was for me. And that's it. Like those are the updates on my piercings. Everything is going well. I've been wanting to get a lot more, but because this little guy has been so annoying, I haven't been able, like I haven't really done it. But I do have, you know what? Should I get a piercing? Like, okay, I wanted to get like a low helix on this side because you guys know if you watched my previous videos, if you haven't, my conch. Can you hear that? That's my superintendent. Like, what the hell? My whole thing is my ears are really allergic to everything. And my story is that I got my lobes pierced, I think 4 times since I was a baby because they closed every single time and I got allergic reactions every single time. And one time I had to go to the hospital and get like a thing surgically removed, and then I had like a head wrap for like a week, and I was in middle school and it was very, very, very embarrassing. So I never got piercings again until what, like a year ago. It was my first piercing video. Anyway, my whole thing is that I just invest in really high quality gold jewelry because I wear it every day. Like these are the only other like jewelry that I have that's like fashion. But I usually just wear a diamond hoop here and a bar stud here. And since I bought those a year ago, I haven't spent any money on like jewelry or piercings for my ear. Piercing jewelry? What? Ear jewelry? What's it called? Earrings. Anyway, back to this impromptu. Maybe I'm getting a piercing in like 20 minutes. I've always wanted a low helix here to bring attention to my conch because it's really hidden and it's a very small dainty tripod stud, and the way it's kind of like would frame the angles of my cheeks too. Like it's all about composition and anatomy. Like this is me being a design freak, but I'd want it so that it brings attention to this angle of my cheekbone, and it would also bring attention to my conch because it's on the outside and then my conch is on the inside, so the eye of another person would naturally see the outside of your ear, and that would bring attention to any inner details. Like that's the way that I think about how to curate an ear. So let's see if they're taking piercings today, and like we'll go, like whatever, let's make this a fun video. I found there's this piercing place that's next to my work. I live very close to my work, so it's really close to me too. So let's see, Wonderland. Wait, is this happening? I have this stud too. Like you guys know that I also bought my expensive jewelry so I could just re-pierce because I got like 2 diamond studs the first time. Just like watch the videos, it'll make sense. And I use those every time I want a new piercing to save money, you know what I mean? Okay, let's call them. Hello?
Hey, you've reached Wonderland Studio.
Hey, I was wondering, hello? I wasn't sure if I hit voicemail.
Almost.
Can I come and get a piercing in the next like 20 minutes?
We generally try to do like booking first, just so like that doesn't happen, because there is someone in at 12 till 1.
Gotcha.
And then there's a little space after 1 for like a half-hour quick piercing.
Okay.
And then it opens again up at 2:15ish if you wanted to try and book one of those spots in.
Are you guys open tomorrow?
Nope.
Ah, gotcha.
No Sunday, Monday.
Dang, alright. Why? Okay, I really like to do things last minute. Like, I wanted to just walk over there and get a piercing, but apparently they have someone coming in 15 minutes, so I can't go and get a piercing in the middle of the day because I, like, committed to something. So I might end up having to go on Tuesday, which means that there'll be a part 2 to this video where I get a new piercing, I guess. Which, sorry to do that to you guys, but, like, whatever. It'll come. It's not like I'm doing an 8-part series like Shane Dawson. So, this. I bought it off Amazon and it's called the Neil Med Wound Wash, and it's basically a sterile saline solution. I first got this because I went to a Walmart and I was like, hey, do you guys have any like saline spray that's not for your nose? And they were like, this is it. And since then I haven't found an alternative that's like as cheap. It is $7 I think from Walmart, and then I got this one off Amazon for $10. So yeah, this is what I've been using for healing this ear. If it does act up, I do like a warm sea salt soak because that really helps to bring down the swelling. So story time, when I was in Australia, I was just drying my hair. Everything was good, nothing was wrong, and then it got caught in my hair and my hair was being pulled by the towel. So I pulled half of the bar into my ear. So the inside ball was like inside my ear kind of, and I was like freaking the F out. I was like, oh my god, like you just go in shock because I hurt the cartilage a little bit and it was just like, oh, and it hurt. And obviously like I was in fucking Australia, so what was I gonna do? So I just pushed it back out. I like it was like a boop, like I popped it back, and then it was bleeding. I just sprayed a lot of this and like stopped the bleeding. And it was obviously like swollen and kind of bruised after that happened, like on the inside, because I freaking pulled it into my cartilage or whatever. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but like this is basically what it was, because it is like a really thick piece of cartilage there. So after that I was freaking out because I was like, oh my god, what did I just do? Like, did I just ruin the piercing? Blah blah blah. But it was fine. Like having a lot of this on hand when you're traveling, keeping an eye on it, and I just like use this every day after, like it was fine. And like I told you, I went and I saw Six at the studio for a quick checkup and he said it was healing good. So yeah, sometimes things like that happens. I have a friend that like she does, like that happens to her a lot where like it gets stuck or whatever, and it is part of the healing process. Like shit happens and don't freak out. Like just stay calm, clean it, make sure it's like just clean, like yeah, and you'll be okay. And yeah, that's my story. So I guess in the next video, or in the next few videos, depending on when I get a piercing appointment, I will get a piercing on this ear, and I'm really excited. So yes, give this video a thumbs up if you want to see that. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in my next video where I get a piercing. Okay, bye.